Ladies and gentlemen, it is Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It is time for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program and CBRS Entertainment to bring you the Wednesday PlayStation Showcase. I am OMD, joined as always by the man behind the console, Mr. Chris Best. How we doing, brother? I know you've had a rough day.
Oh, rough day is just putting it is just the least of it right now. At least the positive is going to be the end of the day. I've got steaks thawing in my sink right now.
Nice.
No, today was just one of those days where as everyone knows, I have a bad right shoulder that I've been trying to get looked at, trying to get it fixed, trying to figure out what the hell's going on with it. Um, so I went again 11 a.m. to the walk-in clinic that I was recommended to go to first of all. But then I found out they were closed. So I'm like, okay, there's nothing I can do about that. Whatever. I'm like, I still want to get my shoulder looked at. So I went to our local medical facility, to use WWE term there. 11 a.m. I arrived there, and when I messaged OMD at about 6:30, I think it was, I was finally getting seen and being told to go to uh, diagnostic imaging, X-rays. Then I get that done. That took like 10 minutes because the guy was didn't have any patients. It was only me. So um, next thing you know, I'm back in the waiting the room, the little room that they sent us to, and then the guy just told me the same thing that I was told a month ago. Do all these little exercises, your shoulder will be fine. Well, I've been doing these exercises. My shoulder's not fine. I told him that, and he's like, "Well, there's nothing more I can do." So I'm like, "Okay, screw this. I am going back. I'm going to the walk-in tomorrow to get that stuff to get it looked at, to schedule the ultrasound that I need to get done on my shoulder to figure out where we go from there."
Yes.
But on the plus side, we're going to be playing one of my most favorite games for the PS4, the game that made me buy a PS4. And I figured it's kind of the swan song for the PS4. We'll just leave it at that
Right.
for next week's episode.
Absolutely.
So, and it also kind of makes sense given that the latest Jurassic World trailer had just come out, that we're going to be playing this game. We're going to be taking a look at ARK, Survival Evolved. And in this game, this is kind of like, how would I put it? It's kind of like, I'm gonna delete the map here that or delete my file that I have on the map here. But this is kind of like Minecraft meets Jurassic Park.
Okay.
So
I
we're gonna, sorry.
I can't remember if it was this one or if it was Monster Hunter that I've tried, and I just wasn't a big fan. I'm leaning more towards Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter is more of an RPG style game.
Right.
This there is a lot of RPG elements in this game. Like there is leveling up and progressing your character to unlock more tools for you to create.
Right.
But we're loading in right from the start. Uh, Brand new character we're gonna make here. I'm gonna showcase everything that you need to do once you load into this game.
Awesome. Awesome. We did have our partner in crime, Bubba, come in here asking, "What's up, y'all?"
Bubba came in
Um,
right in the middle of my rant about about our local medical facility.
yes.
So right here, right off the bat, it starts you off at the character selection, the character creation screen. You have your choice of male or female, and this is actually a very deep creation suite here for your character. Um, I always change the skin color though because I'm not fond of the skin color, and I'm trying to remember how to do that. My controller is being a little bit on the weird side. Okay, that's dark. That's more of a human color there. And then I change up the hair color. I usually go with white for my hair color. I don't know why, but I do. Now over here, you can change your character's name. So I'm going to go ahead and change that because his name's not going to be human. Just change
Aw.
it. Now here is where the spawn. You can pick where you want to spawn your character, and I recommend not spawning in any of the hard areas here. Like it says, the North Zone. That is straight up winter mountains, and you start off with like next to nothing. Basically, what your character is wearing there is what you start off with.
Jeez.
Yeah, so
So
you want to.
almost the equivalent of the TV show Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, essentially. So we're going to start off right there, and then you just go to create new survivor. You can download survivor, which means that you can port your character from any of the other maps. There's about 10 maps total that you can play on. You can port your character from one of those maps to play on there, and I don't want to do that. I want to show you guys just how you got to have to start the game off, and not start with my character, my level 150 character that I have right now. So
Right.
So this is the start of the game here. I have not seen this intro in almost 10 years. So
Has ARK really been out that long, if not longer?
2015. It was released as beta 2015 on PC.
Wow.
Once the full version was ready, they put it out to consoles. So we got the better end of the deal. Sorry, PC players, but we did. I don't really care anything about the story of this game. For me, it's about the adventure and exploring and learning about the creatures, because they actually do teach you a lot about the creatures that you can tame within the game.
Right.
And there is things pertaining to the game story that you can find along the way. Like there's when you go into caves and whatnot, you find like notes and things like that that tell you the story of the people, or the people who are on the island, or the things of that nature. So right now we are loading in. We are right now at the southernmost part of the map, and it's all first person. It is first person, but
okay. So no, I have tried this one because I do remember this.
Mm-hmm. So the first thing I want to do is gather stuff. Trying to remember how to gather things. So, triangle for those. So I just gathered a bunch of berries. That's going to be my sustenance for now, because the key thing you want to do is you want to eat right away, and that's the map that I just pulled up there.
Right.
As you can see, you have to uncover the map yourself, which that makes it even more interesting and challenging. I've got a level up here, and I'm trying to remember how to. Oh yeah, circle. So right here is you can apply your level up. You're free to do whatever you want for your level up. I recommend starting off with health. Now it takes you over to here, which is your engrams, which is what you need to use to learn these different items. So I'm learning campfire, stone hatchet, and I can't learn spear, but I can craft a stone pick, a torch, and I can craft a note. That's something new, actually. So right now, you go in there, and then it takes you over to here. Not structures. You need to go to weapons, primitive, melee. And then here is it tells you the recipe that you need to create your weapons. So the first thing I'm going to work on getting is the pickaxe. So I got to run up to a tree, and I've got to punch it. The leveling up is really fast at the start, but of course, as the game goes on, the leveling up is going to get harder and longer, I should say.
Absolutely, that's how it is with most games.
Yeah. And then it's double click your X button to craft, as you just saw crafted a pickaxe. Now, the one thing you do have to worry about is your pickaxe will eventually break. I just gained another level. So what I want to do is I don't want to do spear right now. I'd rather learn clothing. Because clothing will obviously make you warm.
Yeah.
So we're going to equip the pickaxe, and down here at the bottom, that's your toolbar. That's where you want to move your axe to. And I wonder if I have enough to actually make clothes now. Armor. That's where you find clothes. Okay, so no, I need fiber. So fiber is going around and gathering off of these little bushes, this bush right here that I'm in front of specifically. And as you can see, I'm also gathering a bunch of berries and seeds. Seeds are going to be useful for you later on in the game because you can build your own gardens and craft your own and just grow your own stuff. And you won't have to worry about actually going out and foraging.
Right. So is there a base building element to this game as well then, or?
Yes, there is. And that's my favorite part.
Okay.
That is my most favorite part. If I could go into some of my past games and show you some of the bases I've done,
right,
you'd be like, holy shit, dude. Put it this way. I basically almost I legged out a map with the bases, one of my maps with the bases I built, with a base I built. Oh. So we're gonna build some pants to put on my guy first of all. And again, I leveled up, so I'm going to apply that to my stamina. Stamina, my health, and my oxygen are the three things I like to work on right at the start. So now I've got a cloth skin, a water skin. You want to get one of those as well because you will get thirsty fast.
Right.
That's one of the other things is I'm going to go ahead and get the spear as well. So now I've got all of my clothing ready to go. Next up is going to be the base building stuff. Some of the base building stuff.
Right.
So once again, we're going to go back in here and we're going to equip the pants to the legs. I'm going to look at my guy's hunger. He's okay for now. Once again, if you're you should quick equip your food as well. I always throw it at the end here so that I can use the front part of my toolbar for all my other tools. The one thing you want to stay away from though is these blackberries here, unless you feel like going to sleep. These are the ones that you want to use for when you're taming creatures.
Okay.
And I think I can actually show you that if we can find a creature, actually. Oh, I see a parasaur. For him, I want to use for him, you want to use an arrow to take him down, so we're not going to worry about him.
Our boy, Mr. Fozzie McQueen, a.k.a. Ryan Carlella. Sup, boys? Ryan, we are doing the Wednesday PlayStation Showcase, brother. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in.
Oh, these guys, I can show you how to tame these dudes. These guys are passive tames. Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is... Yeah, so I'm doing a tame right now on this little guy here, this little Listosaurus.
Okay.
So he's a passive tame, which means you don't have to knock him out. You just got to
Right.
follow him, and when he want, and when or say I keep saying he, but this is a female. So you just got to keep following it. It's time consuming, some of these tames, but you just got to keep following it, making sure, waiting to see when it wants berries next. This girl will only take 3 berries. She's actually pretty low level for a level 15. That's pretty low. The thing is, when you're doing a passive tame like this, like these creatures here, they're not fear. They don't get fear. They don't scare easy. So
Right.
these ones are easy to tame, but there is a. Yeah, I'm just gonna call you WWF. Why not? There we go. Now she's gonna follow me wherever I go until I tell her not to. I have a. Do I have a level gain yet? Not yet. Okay, so what else can we do? I can make a hat, but I'm not worried about that right now. I'm gonna go and gather some more fiber to make a shirt.
Okay.
So basically, your first like hour, 2 hours, I would say in this game, do as much gathering as you can. Everything in this game that you find, even if you think it's useless, there is a use for it. You've just got to find that use.
Right.
See, like my little creatures following me. These creatures, I used to think were useless, but they actually provide boosts to your other tames. So if you keep them like in a pen somewhere with your base, they will level up all of your creatures without even you having to do work to level those creatures up.
Nice.
So right now we're going to apply this to health again. Now we got some stuff that we can do some building with. Or no, well, not everything. We can build some things. So we're going to pull out the old pickaxe and just look for a tree that we're going to take down here, like maybe this guy here. We're going to collect a bunch of thatch because we can build thatch bases right now.
Okay.
I should have enough right now. Yeah, I have enough that I can build the foundation. This game was a total rabbit hole for me.
Okay.
And when I go to show when we go to show the remake in a couple of weeks, I know I'm going to go down a rabbit hole with that game. I know for 110% that's going to happen.
Right.
So as you saw, I just built the thatch foundation. I can pick it up if I don't like where it is, but I have a limited amount of time to pick it up.
Right.
But we're just going to leave it right there. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too, is you can see that it's raining in the game. You got to worry about the elements too, because everything, right. The elements can totally affect how your health is as well.
Right.
So at this point, we are going to gather more thatch so that we can build more things. And we're going to level up some more. You know what? I'm going to go down to movement speed and get that leveled up. I'm gonna get the thatch ceiling, the thatch wall, the thatch door, and damn, I don't have enough for the storage box. Those storage boxes, so helpful.
Right.
Because that's another thing that you have to worry about too when you're doing your level ups. That's the one thing I keep forgetting to do is to level up your weight. Now your weight once you level that up, that allows you to carry more items.
Right. Okay. That makes
So
sense.
those storage boxes, they come in handy.
Right.
One thing I recommend if you're late in the game, when you're playing and you've got a bunch of those storage boxes, label them and organize them. Because in my other games, I have storage boxes for my weapons, my cloak, my armor,
Right.
my saddles, because you're going to need saddles for your tames.
Okay.
For some of your tames, I should say.
Right.
We got another level up yet? Nope. So leveling up here, I wonder, I'm going to go down here. I'm trying to actually look for a particular creature. I thought they spawned in around this area. So
Okay. So now I'm going to ask my normal question. Do your bases become fast travel points?
yes, you got to set up sleeping bags for those.
Okay.
Sleeping bags or beds. They'll allow you to fast travel, but the problem with that is you drop your items. So you might want to store your items from base to base. You might want to store certain items at certain bases to get those items. You know what I mean?
Right.
Make sure. Oh, my guy is hungry, so right now we're going to feed him some of these berries. And now you can see the bottom there. The green indicates that my hunger is going up, and the snowflake there indicates that I'm cold. So I do need to build a shirt, and I think I do have the stuff to do that. Yeah, I do. Now your armor too, you're going to need certain armor for certain areas.
Okay.
So for instance, if you go, like I mentioned, the snowy areas earlier, you're going to need fur armor for that. That's going to be like your winter gear and all that. There's also this map doesn't have a desert area, but on Scorched Earth, that map is pure desert. There's certain armor that you should only be wearing on that map as well. Structures. I might even be going down a rabbit hole with this game again, just this game in particular. So then I want to equip this. I can't wait can I make a hat right now? Because I want to show you something with the hat. Ooh, I can. I can make the hat, and I leveled up from that, and I'm going to apply it to my weight, like I mentioned earlier, which gives me the storage box. What's next up on this list of stuff? I try to go in order for what I can unlock.
Okay.
So, slingshot, a Phiomia saddle, scorched earth items, and some more thatch stuff, roof stuff. I'll show you just how deep the learning curve goes with this game, too. As you can see, it's almost never ending. Like basically anything you can think of, you can probably build in this game.
Wow.
And then level 100. Oh, see, these are new things here. They expanded it a little bit. Yeah, and then there's all of this here. This is all your tech gear. Basically, you go from primitive stuff to like Star Trek, essentially.
Wow.
Um, we're probably going to look at that, though, when we eventually look at the remake of this game. Because, as you know, it is free on the PlayStation Plus. But I want to show you one of my favorite things about the clothing. Oops. That's okay. Sorry, I just saw something new that I gotta quickly take a look at that I haven't seen before. I've never seen these menus before.
Okay.
So it just shows I can track my teams. That's awesome. Anyways, back to the hat. Gonna put the hat on. Now you see all these extra things that came in my inventory before I gathered things?
Yep.
Check this shit out. So I can take this skin here. This is a cowboy hat skin.
Right.
Apply it and make my character wear a cowboy hat.
Nice.
I love that. And my guy's going to run around wearing the cowboy hat because why not? So I'm trying to look for another creature to tame. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're a little bit down south here towards the beach. One of the key items that I like to make, I don't know when I will get it, but one of the key things I like making is, yes, there they are. Okay. Dodo birds, these guys.
Oh, yep.
You want to tame them right away. At least one or two of them. I'm tired from moving. And you got to tame these guys by punching them and knocking them out, which is kind of brutal.
There's a reason why things went the way of the dodo.
Yeah. These guys are incredibly useful, though. Incredibly useful. This guy's taking a little bit longer to use or to knock out.
I see that.
I'm trying not to hit that. I don't want to hit that turtle because those turtles become aggro when if you hit them.
Right.
Okay, so he's down and out. So this is where I want to throw. I'm actually going to throw the red berries that I have in my inventory at him because they like eating these. So you throw it into their inventory, not my inventory, their inventory.
Right.
And they'll eat those up right away. Like this guy's going to tame really fast. The reason why these animals are so useful is because they make eggs for you, and you're going to need eggs to make kibble, which is a faster taming method for your animals.
Okay.
And General Good Boy, we're going to call him. I don't know why, but that's what we're going to call him.
All right. You do pick some weird names.
Oh, input length. I can't call him that one.
So gobbledygooker wouldn't work.
Maybe it will. Mr. Parrish, I see he's in the chat.
Mr. Parrish is in the chat. How we doing, buddy? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in.
Gobbledygooker works, so that's what he's going to be called. I know I do pick some weird names. My guy is hungry again. That's the other thing too. When I was going to bring up with the eggs is they will drop the eggs and you can eat those eggs as well. And
right.
They're helpful. So again, don't skimp out on these dudes because on almost all of my other maps, I've got 15 of them tamed solely for making eggs.
Wow.
Like I literally on one of my bases that I built, I purposely built an egg farm for
Right.
them to all just live in and just give me eggs. Now they are also the weakest creature in the game. So like as soon as before you go ahead and tame them, one of the best things to do is to build a base that you can house them in where they won't be attacked. But right now we're in a pretty safe area. So we're good to go on that one. Let's go back to the base. You don't want to run too far away from your animals too, by the way.
Right.
I might have lost them. Oh. Oh. Okay, there's one. There's the other. Okay, now I'm tired and hungry, so that sounds like me on a normal day.
Right? We're old.
Yeah. Oh, what bird is that? Is that a pterodactyl? That is a pterodactyl. You can tame flying animals too.
Yep.
Pterodactyls are good. They're great for basically if you want to fly around Top Gun style and fight creatures.
Okay.
The best bird, in my personal opinion, isn't even really a bird, but griffins.
Okay.
They're hard to tame, but once you get them, they are friggin' the best thing possible.
Right.
They have a lot of carry weight to them, so that you can carry like all of your supplies from one place to another.
Right.
They are the best for hunting. They are the best for fast traveling. Yeah, the more I can say about griffins. Sadly, there's no griffins on this map, at least in this version of the game.
Right.
But we're gonna go back to doing this base building stuff here. Structures, thatch, and just gonna build like a basic little hut here.
Right.
And I built too many walls. Which one is the roof? Is that the roof? That is the roof. Once again, I've leveled up. And we're going to level up my crafting skill. Now that is also another important one. Basically everything there is important. Your crafting skills actually speed up how you're crafting.
And that makes absolute sense.
Yeah. I should have shown this one down here. Oh well, we'll get that on the next level up. So the way you level up is obviously by just doing, you know what I mean, the things that you do around here. So like even base building, you'll level up. If you're playing on this map with another player,
right?
What is it? You'll get like a boost, as it were, for leveling up too. So I used to play this game a lot with my former roommate, and like we'd get like double XP just for the both of us working together on bases and whatnot.
Right.
Okay, so you can cancel out of that, and then we're gonna throw on the roof and the door. Oh no, we need the door frame too. There is a lot of like intricate stuff that you can do for base building.
Right.
But that is that's for another day. So there, I just built like a very basic base.
Yeah.
Just a little hut. I used to build these actually, like if I was going on like a taming mission, I would throw these up if I knew that nighttime specifically was coming. Because when the night rolls in, it gets really cold depending on where you are on the map.
Right.
What else do I want to go and do? Oh, I want to build an axe. Or yeah, can I build an axe right now? Armor, weapons, primitive, melee. Can't build an axe right now because I need flint. So the way you gather flint is you take your pickaxe and you go up to the rock. Then you hack the rock. And as you can see on the left side, it tells you how much you're collecting.
Right.
And I just collected a ton of flint off that. So now I think what I can do as well, I'm going to make my axe because that's going to be very helpful for wood products. Now it's showing that I'm thirsty there, which means I need to make a water skin. So I'm going to level up my weight one more time. Now I'm going to get this thing here.
Okay.
That's narcotic. That is what knocks your that's what keeps your tames knocked out.
Okay.
So once you've initially knocked them out, apply that stuff to them and it'll keep them knocked out longer. You force feed your tames those. And I have enough to make the other device I was talking about, the spyglass. This is going to help. This helps you when you're looking for a creature to tame. It helps you to look at their stats before you go in for the attack.
Right.
And believe me, it is useful. Now I've got to find out where to find this. I need to make that. I need fiber and hide. So that means I've got to kill somebody. There is actually a little bit of a cheat around collecting hide that the roommate and I used to do.
Okay.
And that was kill each other. We'd kill each other and then just hack up our bodies for the hide. It sounds kind of Jeffrey Dahmer like, but it works.
Right. But then the question is, where's Leatherface when you need him?
Yeah. Well, he too has been executed. So, because as you know, I don't know if you know this, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre is actually based off of a true story. So we're going to collect the thatch. Oh, I need to collect hide. That's right. Okay, we got a bunch of birds flying around down there. One of them I actually want to stay away from.
Okay.
There was a bird down there called the Echithornis, and at this stage, they are a pain in the ass. They will fly at you and steal your stuff on you.
Okay.
So we're going to go after this guy and kill him. He's going to run, so... And if we kill him, we get to take his meat too, actually, so...
Okay.
Wait, I built an axe, right?
Coming in on Twitch now saying, yes, the true stories from Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a one-night stand with OMD. I've never claimed to be a chainsaw.
Oh, geez. Don't want to go down that way either.
Okay.
See that big guy off in the distance?
Yep.
That's a Spinosaurus. I don't know where the creature I was trying to kill went, by the way. At this point, there is no way that I would survive fighting a Spinosaurus.
Right.
Absolutely no way. Okay, so we're actually going to kill this dodo bird here, and it's not the one I tamed, thank God. As you can see, the more bloody they get, that's how you know that they're close to death.
Right.
So that's again something you want to watch out for when you're taming. You don't want to get your creatures too bloodied. And again, I passed out because I'm too tired.
Right.
I'm in a safe spot though, so it's all good. Parrish is like, I just meant them him and running
Yep.
away in fear.
Nah. What can I say? I'm a charmer.
That didn't sound too creepy.
Not at all.
Okay, so now, oh, this is the one that's running from me. So, okay, so I killed this. Oh, that was a level 90 dodo. No wonder it took so long. So now I've got hide and I've got meat. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to go back to that little base that we built and I'm going to throw down a fire pit. Where is that base? It's up this way a little bit.
So as I'm looking here, I'm seeing a green beacon or a green light off in the distance.
That's an item drop. There's going to be random item drops that happen, and it's a good idea to go and collect them regardless of the color. Green is typically good. White is like your weakest ones, but still go ahead and gather them because you never know what you're going to find in them.
And it's all obviously, I'm going to guess, stuff you can upgrade.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's safe to go up there. You know what? It's not because I'm hungry, so I really need to throw down that fire pit. Because I'm going to show cooking. Under structures, cooking. I need more stone. Okay. This is actually an awesome spot to gather stone, by the way.
I see that.
Yeah. The other thing, too, you want to be really careful about is something attacking me? Shit. Yeah, compies are attacking me. These guys never attack me. That's weird. But, yeah, one of them's dead, so pack them up for some meat and hide. And my creatures are chasing off the other one, though, that attacked me. Oh, I fell asleep again. Maybe those weren't compies. Yeah, oh, I died. Those were Trudons. So I died, which is actually good. So we're gonna spawn back, and I'm gonna show you what you should do after you have died. So you're gonna see. You should be able to see. I guess they don't. There should be a beacon where my body is. Not that beacon there, because
right.
There's a dead manta. That's interesting. Where are they? And a dead oh right, because there's piranhas in this water. That's why I'm trying to stay away from it.
Right.
Oh, you know what I probably actually died from was my hunger.
Yeah.
So see the beam now?
Yep.
The first green beam here, you want to go there and gather your items. That's how you find out like where you've died, how to gather your shit. And I like how my guy is still standing even though I know that I died. So I'm going to gather up my items here, not the skins because you can see that they've already showed up in my inventory. And you only have like so much time to do it. Like this, they gave me 3 hours to do it here.
Right.
I now want to go back down to those dead bodies though. Because if you come across those dead bodies like that, that's free hide and free meat for you.
Right.
You know what though? I'm betting it's those birds that killed those. Oh, so now it's nighttime and I gotta make a torch.
Those are always good, especially for night on a deserted island.
Yep. And inventory, torch. And I'm going to just take over that one there. There we go. Let's light it up. Oh, yeah. Yep. Those are those thief birds. That's what killed all those fish down there. I am not going to deal with those because they, like I said, they steal your items on you and kill you.
Right.
And I don't have the proper weapons to take them out. Okay, I wanted to build a fire pit. I should have enough stuff for that now. I keep hitting the wrong button. Miscellaneous, no. Structures, cooking, fire pit. It's true, Dons. Okay, so throw that down, and then the next thing you want to do is, of course, if you're going to build a fire, you need wood.
Right.
You can also use thatch as well, but thatch burns a lot faster than wood.
Right.
So we're going to do that. We're going to light the fire, and we're going to cook. So right now, I've got the meat in the inventory. And you can see it gives you a time that it spoils, but not a time that it cooks, unfortunately. It does tell you when you've got cooked food, though. What I like about this game, too, is the events that you encounter in this game are completely randomized. Like, you have no idea what's coming after you.
Okay.
So you could go into this game and say, hey, I'm going to do this, but something else is going to take you away from it.
Right.
So as we're waiting on the meat to cook, I'm going to look into, I should have enough to make another thing that you really should have. No, I need to collect fiber. But the water skins, you're going to need those, especially if you're planning to travel, you know?
Right.
So I need to collect fiber for that. So, hey, look, fiber right there. Don't need this torch out now that I'm standing by the fire. Oh, yeah, and the fire will keep you as warm as it can as well.
Right.
Oh, right. That might help too. I forgot to take off my dead body, which still looks weird that it's standing there. I forgot to take the clothes off of him. And while I'm at it, we are going to go Jeffrey Dahmer on him. Now, if you take out the body, it does leave a little bag. But again, there's a bunch of stuff in here that I don't need, so.
Right.
It also gave me more meat to cook with when I chopped myself up there.
Oh, perish. Perish. Too far, buddy. Too far. And since we are 2 days past it, I'm going to say it. May 19th.
My sister messaged me May 19th because we all know that not only was that the day that everything went all weird for Kane, but it was also the release date for See No Evil.
Yes, it was. It was also both Chris Van Vliet and Maxine Dupree's birthday.
Yeah. Oh, this is one of my favorite things about the night. Look how beautiful that night sky looks.
Right.
And I know the moon looks like you can reach out and touch it, but still, that night sky just looks awesome. Okay. There is a lot of waiting in this game as well.
Right.
Especially if you're making certain items. Like I'm sitting here waiting for my food to be cooked, which it is cooked. Now, see, some of the meat has spoiled, but that's also a good thing too. You can one of the best things to do is Parish Jeffrey Dahmer reference on I'm Too Far. Yeah, I went a little far on the Dahmer reference. Because the spoiled meat is what you're going to need to make your narcotics to knock your animals out. Plus, again, I mentioned the desert map earlier. There's vultures that you can tame on that map that you're going to need rotted meat to feed them. So the lights went out. The coal too is also another important thing to keep, and that's used to make paint later on in the game as well. What was I looking for? Thatch. You can use thatch to light out the fire, but again, like I said, it does take forever for it to, or it doesn't. It actually takes or burns quicker. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Okay, so I usually like to make like at least 3 of these, but we're only gonna make 1 of these water skins. And oh yeah, I leveled up twice now. I better get this sorted out here. Let's put that in melee damage and fortitude. We'll put that in there. So now we've got some more stuff to. Oh yeah, this one here, the mortar and pestle. That is a crafting tool you're going to need as well.
Okay.
I'm going to learn the saddle, even though I don't think the Fiomia is on this map. Yeah, that's the thing too. When you're looking for creatures, they're going to be native to certain areas on your map.
Okay.
So, like, let's say you're looking to tame a frog, for instance.
Right.
You're gonna find them in swamps for the most part.
Right.
Those turtles that I passed by earlier, they're always on the beach. Almost always on a beach somewhere.
Right.
Wolves, for instance, as well. Up in the snowy mountains, you'll find them.
Okay.
Then you got your creatures that you can basically find just about anywhere, like your T-Rexes, your Spinos. You'll find those just about anywhere. The longest tame I've ever done was wyverns.
Okay.
They're basically flying. They're basically dragons, but they're wyverns in the game. The first wyvern I ever tamed took me 6 hours.
Wow.
6 hours to tame.
Wow.
And I ended up taming 3 of them in that week.
Oh, goodness. I'm guessing it.
And that's just knocking them out. That's not doing the That's not doing the prerequisites that you need to do for taming them,
I was
like
going to say,
building traps and whatnot.
right. I was going to say it probably gets easier once you've done one. It probably gets easier and a little bit faster each time, right?
Yeah, the hard part is more or less like how long it takes. You just have to have the patience to do it. Nighttime usually takes a while here. That there, you see that thing with the diamond off there?
Yep.
That is a what do they call them? You use these to transfer your dinosaurs because you can transfer yourself. Like I said, you can transfer yourself between maps, but you can also transfer dinosaurs as well, your creatures that you tame. So if there's a particular creature that you like and you want to move on to another map, you can take that creature with you. I've done that for my saber-tooths specifically. Mostly because I've named my saber-tooths after my actual cats, so I kind of built a little bit of a personal relationship with those animals, you know.
Yep.
All right. So, I'm waiting for daylight to come back here because I really want to go and check out those dead fish if those birds are still around. Actually, let's see if we can make a spear as well. I was hoping to get to the bow and arrows so I can show. Oh, I still have more stuff that I can learn.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. There's no particular order that you can learn stuff from. I just prefer to do it that way.
Right.
So I'm just trying to look for. I can't remember which level it's at, but I'm trying to look for where the bow and arrow is. Okay, there's the arrow. There's the bow. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and learn the bow and the stone arrow. When it's nighttime like this is like one of the perfect times to actually learn, to actually do your crafting. Can't craft the arrow because I don't, or the bow because I don't have, I don't have the proper tools for it. Pretty sure I can just. There should be a tree nearby with some wood. I know it's dark, but I see a tree right now, so. Just hack away at it, and then boom. Come back. Just use this to gather the fiber. And craft. Still not enough on the fiber, eh? And there's that. And spark powder, the stuff I just learned there. Later on in the game, you're going to learn how to do, how to make refrigerators or ice boxes, as they were. Spark powder helps you make beef. Spark powder helps you to make jerky if you throw those in there. So as you can see, the sun is starting to rise. We're going to go ahead and throw this on here. Oh, ammo. That's what I'm trying to look for. Yeah, fiber again. Okay, now. If you hit triangle, it'll craft the amount, the proper amount you're going to need depending on how many things you have here. So we're going to go ahead and attach that. So we've got the arrow made, and it looks like we've actually reached our 1 hour mark, man. You're muted.
We have reached the 1 hour mark.
So why don't we show what we've got going on? Go ahead.
Show everybody what we've got going on here live at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program.
Yeah, let's do it to it.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights you get the Locker Room Breakdown at 7 p.m., followed by the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday we play games with the PlayStation ShowCase at 8 p.m. Thursday we got total non-stop action with Brace for Impact at 8 p.m. Friday we game again with Unleashed, the Jessica Wilde story at 7 p.m. Following the game, join us for the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. followed by the Boar's Nest at 8 p.m. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day.
Yeah, and if you want more information as far as the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program goes, all you got to do is just go to turnbucklestudios.org. Click the Meet the Team option there. You'll be able to meet myself, OMD, Chris Parrish, Bubba Duke, Carl Carafel. Yeah, OMD, where can the people find you?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking for me, you can look for me at my Linktree, linktr.ee/OMDshow, and on almost every program we have going on with the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program.
Now, before we show off my stuff, why don't we talk about the sponsor? Now, I know gaming makes me a thirsty person, just as I know it makes you a thirsty person as well, OMD. So what I like to do is I like to head on over to swiftenergy.gg. I like to use that promo code CBRS Gaming, and I like saving 25% off of every order that I make there. Lots of delicious drinks there to choose from. So go ahead, swiftenergy.gg. Use promo code CBRS Gaming to get yourself 25% off of every order. But if you want to find me in my socials, you can find me at my Linktree, linktr.ee/Chris_best83. Now, OMD, I know you like to do a little bit of shopping as far as some of our home stuff goes, but have you heard of this website, carlcarafel.redbubble.com?
You know what? I absolutely have. And they have some fantastic merchandise from all of us. If you want a throw pillow, you want a coffee mug, you want a rubber eraser, you want a sticker. If you want a poster with all of our beautiful money makers on it, you can get it. Although I don't really know why you'd want that. But yes, head over to carlcarafel.redbubble.com for all your exclusive Turnbuckle Affiliation Program merch.
All right. And on that note, OMD, what are those famous words we like to go out on?
Ladies and gentlemen, the world is a scary place. Take care of each other. From all of us here at the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program and CBRS Entertainment, to those of you out there wherever you are, good night, good luck,